Hello, my name's Alan Wilson and welcome to another Cherry Red Records Bulletin. We aim to bring you these bulletins approximately every couple of weeks so that you can keep in touch with the company and know exactly what's going on. For anyone that doesn't know, Cherry Red is a large independent record label based in London, England, which has had a 30-year history. It's been a very successful and a very prolific company over the years, and I'm proud to say that I've had a 15-year-odd relationship with Cherry Red. It's been a very happy and a very fruitful one. And I'd just like to talk to you about my involvement with the label and also a little bit about what else is going on within the company. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the Cherry Red Catalogue. Now this is a huge great thing, as you can see, with 2,000 odd releases in there, and you can send away for that free either by emailing the company or by writing or telephoning the office. Cherry Red also has a very large download site containing thousands of tunes, and you can access that via the Cherry Red website, which is www.cherryred.co.uk. One long-standing and very popular feature of the Cherry Red catalogue has been the Psychobilly Collection series. This is a long-standing series which features many of the scene's biggest names, such as the Meteors, the Guana Bats, Frantic Flintstones, Demented Are Go, etc, etc. The series not only contains some of the classic albums that helped to shape the psychobilly scene, but it also contains many of the hard to get and rare psychobilly albums. In recent years, the psychobilly scene has undergone something of a resurgence, and so alongside the classic psychobilly, which we showcase with our collector series, we've now started a new label called Cherry Bomb Recordings. Our first signing on the Cherry Bomb label is a band that I personally am very excited about. They're called Judder and the Jackrabbits. They're a UK band, and they've already had major Radio 1 airplay. In fact, they were invited to Radio 1 Maida Vale studio for a Radio 1 session. So they're creating a bit of a stir, and their new album is out on Cherry Bomb. The album's called All In, and don't forget the name of the band is Judder and the Jackrabbits. We've also signed a couple of other bands to the label. Norwich-based band Scourge of River City have just recorded an album for us, which I'm very excited about again. And there are several others in the pipeline. If you're a new, young and exciting psychobilly band, then Cherry Bomb would like to hear from you. I would just like to say a few words about Joe Meek. For anyone who doesn't know the name Joe Meek, you soon will, because there's a company making a feature film about the life of Joe Meek right now. Should be out in early 2008. Joe Meek was an independent record producer, and he cooked up some massive hits from the living room of his North London flat from the late 50s to the mid 60s. Even now, 40 years after his death, interest in Joe Meek has never gone away. He's got a huge cult following, and his releases continue to sell well. Many interesting Meek related releases can be found on RPM. This is a label owned by Cherry Red, and RPM's website can be accessed via the Cherry Red website. And whilst on the subject of Joe Meek, the definitive book on his life story written by John Repsch is on Cherry Red Books. This can also be found on the Cherry Red website. Some of you psychobilly fans may have already seen a copy of my book, which is out on Cherry Red, Death Row, The Chronicles of Psychobilly. It's been out a couple of years now. This November, Cherry Red Books will release another book on psychobilly. This is to be called Hell's Bent on Rockin', A History of Psychobilly. I've seen a sneak preview and it looks really good. It's written by Craig Brackenridge, who's a respected writer in the scene, and as I say, should be out around about November. Put that on your Christmas list. Many of the old psychobillies like me came into the scene via the world of rockabilly. One of the Cherry Red labels, Ravola, has a lot of rockabilly in its catalogue, so it's worth checking out Ravola Records. Again, you can find that via the Cherry Red website. As well as their extensive audio catalogue, Cherry Red have been very active in the DVD market, with over 100 releases to date and approximately 3 new DVDs being released every month. Many of these DVDs are psychobilly and rockabilly related, including one that's due out in November that I put together called Psychobilly and Rockabilly Mayhem, the Western Star Promo Collection. This DVD will contain 27 tracks and they are promo videos, all shot by the bands that are associated with the Western Star label. Rockabillys and psychobillies, you're going to love it. So with all these exciting new releases on CD, DVD, new books coming out all the time, no matter what you're into, psychobilly, rockabilly, punk, ska, glam rock, whatever, there's an awful lot of reasons to go and look at cherryred.co.uk.